Let people know what it's like to live. I know nothing about dying, even though I come here with the premise being that I'm dying soon.
That local man dying from cancer is taking a unique approach to living out his final days. He
started a series of stand-up comedy shows that put a humorous spin on the revelation he has had since receiving his diagnosis. Newswatch 12's Casey Kirshner is live in the newsroom now with more on his story and how it's making an impact on the Rogue Valley.
Alan Rosenberg, or Rosie to his friends, was diagnosed with cancer last May, and instead of feeling depressed or upset, he instead took to the streets, or in this case, the stage, to encourage those around him to live, even as he faces death. It's a story you'll only see on Newswatch 12.
It's not even gonna last me a lifetime.
Alan Rosie Rosenberg is a former reporter who was given what he calls his final deadline.
Last May, I was told I had gastric cancer, untreatable, without any treatment, without any chemo, 3 to 6 months, with a year, 2 years.
So Rosie got the chemo.
And now I'm through with chemo. It wouldn't do a whole lot more for me at this point.
And for most, news like that could be crippling. But Rosie saw it as an opportunity.
I'm doing Rosie's last stand-up. An evening of inspirational black comedy with a couple of wonderful musicians, too.
He thinks it will be a unique experience for people who come to see the show.
To be able to break out the comedy and confront people, too, with our mutual fears about death and dying, and put it in a context where it's about the act of life.
And for his show on Thursday night, those who knew him came ready to support and heckle him.
Knowing Rosie, I'm looking for a fun evening. It's a little unusual, but everyone has their own way of dealing with death, and this is what Rosie wants to do, so I'm here to support him.
And those who didn't were curious about why a dying man chose humor over hospice.
What he said was he got his favorite stories from end of life. You know, he knew he had the best comedy routine that could come out of that. I'm looking forward to that.
When the show started, Rosie captivated the audience with his tales and got the laughs he was looking for.
With stickers all over.
But at the end of any show, Rosie hopes the audience takes away one thing.
Even my impending death, no matter it's days or weeks or moments, it's not now. Now I'm alive. And if that is a message that people would feel moved by, and that's why I'm here.
Rosie says he will continue to do shows as long as he feels well enough to do so. His next show will be on Monday night at the Oregon Shakespeare Festival's Carpenter Hall. And for more information about that, you can go to our website at kdrv.com. Live in the newsroom, Casey Kirshner, Newswatch 12.